Welcome to Sea of Thieves, and welcome to my solo adventure. The plan for today is a really chill solo hunter's call grind with a little secret strategy that some of you may not know about. And in the end, with grade 5 flag, if everything goes as planned, I want to hunt those new megalodons because I still need some of those commendations. So yeah, it should be a really chill session, and I hope you all enjoy. Let's begin. My journey began in Port Merrick with a simple but rewarding plan in mind. Like always, I started by gathering supplies. And if I was gonna take down the Megalodon, let alone survive a fight with another crew, I needed plenty of them. Countables, food and planks, basically everything I could carry. Luckily for me, this outpost had everything I needed. I grabbed a storage crate and started looting every barrel in sight. Once I had enough, I raised the hunter's call emissary flag and picked up a few extra crates and harpoons to help along the way. Oh guys, one thing I really like about hunter's call emissary is just how easy it is to level up your flag. You can just make progress by cooking meat on your ship, and like there's no crazy quests needed for it. So that is exactly what I did. As I set sail for my first voyage, I got the stove going and started cooking meat to speed up the flag's progress. No time wasted, the grind had officially begun. So I might have accidentally voted for the wrong quest, guys, and ended up with just one fishing spot instead of two. But that's fine, to be honest. I'm not in a rush. For now, let's just fish. Alright, this time I'll make sure to vote for the right quest, the one that actually sends me to a bigger island. There's actually a good reason for that. It's not just for the two fishing spots, but also because there's a good chance a wild boar could spawn in there, and that is definitely something that I'm looking after today. After wrapping up the first voyage and voting in the next one, I set sail towards the next island. The emissary flag was leveling up fast, and by the time I arrived, I was already at grade 3, just minutes into the server. I began fishing, settling into the rhythm of the voyage, line in the water and eyes on the sea. On the way to the island, I'd spotted a shipwreck not too far off the coast. Definitely something I'd have to check out later. Those wrecks sometimes carry surprisingly decent fish, and every little bit helps with hunter's call. After fishing up everything I could and wrapping up the voyage, I decided to take a quick look around the island before setting sail. I was hoping to spot a wild boar. They don't always show up, but finding one would be a nice bonus for the grind I had planned. Nah, I don't think there's a boar here. Yeah, nothing. But hey, I'll take this rowboat though. Might come in handy later. But guys, 2 quests down and I'm already at grade 4. This is going really well and very fast too. Unfortunately, there was no boar on this island, but that was fine. I had something else in mind, something worth saving for after I reached grade 5. For now, I turned my attention to that nearby shipwreck. Oh my god, just look at this. Just like I said, there's so much you can get from these shipwrecks. So much good stuff. So far, this journey had been smooth and chill. I was making steady progress and the ship was slowly filling up with fish. But then I spotted something that could turn to a problem later. Someone had taken over the burning blade. It wasn't an immediate threat, but it was a reminder to stay alert. It is easy to get caught up in the calm rhythm of fishing, and even easier to get caught off guard. With the shipwreck done, it was time to move on. The next voyage was waiting, and so was the grade 5 flag. My next stop was Mermaid's Hideaway. I was getting really close to grade 5, just one more voyage, and I'd finally be able to start the real method behind today's grind. And then, after a bit more fishing, it finally happened. I hit grade 5 flag. It didn't take long at all, just 3 quests and some steady cooking along the way. Oh my god, what? 2 trophy fish in this rowboat just sitting here? But now, everything was about to change. The real grind was just beginning. From this point on, I'd be switching strategies entirely. Step 1 is to vote for a wild boar hunt voyage and head straight to the island. This time, it sent me back to the Crescent Isle, a familiar spot, and honestly, a good one. I'd be far away from any skeleton camp or burning blade, so there was less risk of drawing unwanted attention. With the plan locked in, I set sail towards Crescent, ready to start the next phase of this journey. As I arrived to the Crescent Isle, I decided to park my ship behind the island, out of sight, just in case someone else was sailing nearby. No need to draw attention while setting up what comes next. Now, here's the strategy I've been saving for when I hit grade 5. First, I needed to find the wild boar and its nest. Once located, I'd dig up all the treasure it was guarding, and then let it kill me. Sounds a bit strange, but there's a reason. After respawning back on the ship, I'd cancel the voyage entirely. That resets the encounter, but the boar and the loot stays behind. Come on, boar, I need you to kill me. There we go. Now I could return, take down the boar, and collect the pristine tusks, which sell for a ton of gold and give you a big boost to a hunter's call reputation. It's a little trick that some pirates overlook, but when it's done right, it makes the grind so much more rewarding. Yep, 2 pristine tusks, perfect, just what I've been looking for. After wrapping up this voyage and clearing the island, I loaded the final chest onto my ship and set course for my next destination. On the way there was an outpost, and with my emissary flag sitting at grade 5, I figured why risk it? I had plenty of loot on board, and honestly, I was curious how much gold and reputation I could pull from just what I'd gathered so far. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no, that's really good. 7k for just 1 pristine tusk. That's definitely not bad. With my deck cleared, I turned the wheel towards Cannon Cove. The seas were calm, almost too calm, and on the map, I could see that the Burning Blade anchored at Reaper's hideout. Looked like they were about to sell and leave. As long as they're far away or gone completely, I had nothing to worry about. When I finally reached the Cannon Cove, it was time to find the boar again. Same process, track it down, dig up the treasure it's guarding, and then pull the trick. Next on the map was Lone Cove, another boar hunt and another shot at pristine tusks. And I wasn't about to waste any time. I raised anchor and set sail straight for it. At this point, the strategy was simple: stack up as many pristine tusks as I could before shifting into the final phase of this grind, going after those new megalodons. It was all coming together, no sails on the horizon, and I was hitting the solid rhythm with the voyages. Lone Cove was just another step in the plan, and hopefully another tusk in the pile. So far, things were going exactly how I planned. I'd run multiple voyages across islands like Smuggler's Bay and Lone Cove, stacking up pristine tusks and loading my ship with a solid haul of loot, cooked fish, and supplies. The risk was growing with every stop, but I hadn't seen much activity on the seas, so I kept pushing. I had one thing left on my mind: those new megalodons. I still needed some commendations, and this was the perfect time to go after them. There were two variants I had to find, and I wasn't planning on leaving the server without taking both of them down. Luckily for me, one of the megalodons had already spawned on this very server. No need to server hop or wait around. As soon as I spotted it on the map, I headed straight for it. My ship was loaded with supplies, the hold was packed with loot, and I was more than ready. I was nearly there, sails were full and supplies ready, expecting the megalodon to appear at any moment. But when I checked the map again, nothing. And just like that, the hunt was off. With no beast to chase, I turned my course towards the nearest outpost and sold everything I had stacked on board. It was a good payout, but not the ending I had in mind. The real hunt was still ahead, and I wasn't done just yet. So I dove to another server, still determined to track down that megalodon, and sure enough, there it was. No time to hesitate, I raised anchor, caught wind, and sailed straight towards it. Ready for the fight I've been preparing for all day. The fight I've been waiting for so long had finally begun. Every shot counted and every repair mattered. This was the battle of patience and skill. Now, I'd like to show you why keeping your ship repaired is absolutely crucial, especially when you're sailing solo and facing these megalodons. Oh my god. Wow, good thing I just fixed everything. This would have been bad. Wow. Oh shit, the timing, man. Of course, no. The battle was over. Now all that was left was to gather the treasure the Megalodon left behind and prepare for the next hunt. After quickly selling everything I had, I hopped to the next server, and luckily, another Megalodon was already waiting. This one was a different variant, less defensive, so it took fewer cannibals to take down, but way more aggressive. That meant keeping an angle on it and staying ready for its bite was even more important. Oh, there you are. Now, I'm just gonna sail away a bit from the island just so the Meg doesn't get stuck or anything. Just in case. Yeah, I can already see that this one is way faster and more aggressive than the last one. Definitely way faster. The second fight started off fast. This Megalodon wasn't holding back. It was aggressive from the start. I kept my wheel locked, patched the holes as they came in, and made sure to always have a clean angle for cannon shots. Oh. Yo. And I hit him. Backflip and I hit him mid backflip. Let's go. Oh my god. And I hit him again. Mid backflip. Yo. This Megalodon's doing it way more than the last one. I like it. It's pretty cool. Oh. And he still got stuck on the island. I love these new Megs. Oh. Okay, dude. Okay, that's too much. That's a little too much this time, Megalodon. Oh my god. Holy. God damn, Megalodon. Hold on. Let's see. This is how far we went. Oh my god. Now, I don't even know where I'm at, to be honest. I can't see anything. This is insane. Oh, and he was one shot. Nice. It's finally done. GG's. It didn't take as many hits this time, but I had to be quicker on repairs. After a short, intense battle, it finally went down. And just like that, another beast was defeated. And that wrapped up the session just like I planned. It was a chill day on the seas. No PvP, no wild chases. Just pure focus on fishing, stacking loot, and testing out one of the best gold making methods out there. But the real highlights? Those Megalodon fights. They added just the right amount of excitement to the run, and taking both variants back to back was the perfect way to end it. this one was definitely one of the most productive and enjoyable solo sessions I've had in a while.